Good morning, welcome to another Matwork Pilates. Nothing new to what we have been doing in the previous weeks. We'll just run through a few different things just for those people that haven't joined us before for Pilates. So just a reminder, obviously, the session today is a workout class, it's not a rehab class. Obviously you want to be feeling those muscles working, not feeling any pain. So if you do feel any pain at any stage, please do stop immediately what you're doing, whether you go back to one of the exercises that did feel okay beforehand, or just wait until we move on to the next activity. We'll also be doing some exercises that are with our feet down on the ground. So if we are down on the ground, I'll just refer to that as a natural spine position. So just got a neutral spine, don't need to do anything, we've just got a natural arch in that lower back. Anytime we bring our feet up in the air, I'll refer to that as our tabletop position. So I just want you to think about, I'll refer to that, as imprinting your spine. So think about drawing those stomach muscles in towards the ground, just so we kind of lose that arch in our lower back, okay? Also at the beginning of each exercise, I'll be referring to something called our T-zone. So I just want you to think about an imaginary T, okay? So a horizontal line running from hip bone to hip bone. There are deep abdominal muscles, and then an imaginary vertical line running up from that pelvic floor, okay, running up to meet that horizontal line. There are deep pelvic floor muscles. So I want you to think about when we say to activate our T-zone, is drawing up that vertical line, then drawing in from those hip bones, and then taking all of that in, okay? So drawing up, in, and then in again. Easiest way to kind of remember it, I also refer to it as just kind of stopping yourself from going to the toilet. Okay, so just trying to think about that at the beginning of each exercise so we really engage those deep abdominal muscles and pelvic floor muscles. Also just remember making sure we're trying not to hold our breath, so inhaling through our nose and exhaling through our mouth, typically exhaling through our mouth on the hardest part of the activity. Otherwise we'll get started, so lying down on our back. This time's going to be a little bit different. We're going to do each of our exercises for 60 seconds, okay? So rather than 90 seconds, we're going to do 60 seconds a day, just a few more exercises for the abs and then our glutes, and then we'll finish off with arms and whole body, okay? So we'll start lying down on our back, knees are bent, feet hip distance apart, hands just relaxing down by side, shoulders are down and back, chins tucked in. Our first exercise is going to be our bent knee full lat. So we're going to inhale, activate our T-zone, dropping one knee out to the side, and exhale, drawing it back in. Inhale, dropping that other knee out to the side, and exhale, coming back in. So alternating each of those sides. Okay, nice easy one to begin with, just trying to get into that nice breathing pattern. So inhaling through our nose, exhaling through our mouth. As we said before, think about activating that T-zone. Okay, so drawing up from that pelvic floor, in from those hips, and then drawing all of that in. Again, stopping ourselves from going to the toilet. Shouldn't be too hard just yet. If it is, obviously just don't drop those knees out quite so low. We've got 10 seconds left. Last couple either side. One more, and back to the centre. So knees stay exactly where they are. I'm going to bring those hands out nice and wide, elbows wide, shoulders down and back, chins tucked in. We're going to go into our abdominal curl with our feet down. Okay, so we're going to inhale, activate that T-zone, and exhale, curling up. Inhale, coming back down. Let's go 1 minute. Exhale as we come up. Inhale as we slowly come back down. Okay, so really making sure that we're keeping those elbows out nice and wide, okay? We don't want them as we're coming up, we don't want them to come in, okay? We're really opening up that chest, using those abdominal muscles to help us curl up, feeling those ribs draw down towards those hips. Remember those hands are just behind our head to keep that chest open nice and wide. We don't want to be pulling that head up with those hands. Okay, so easier option here, just don't come up quite so high. Otherwise, if you want to make it harder, see if we can come up a little bit higher, even hold up at the top there for a pause or two. We've got less than 10 seconds left. Eyes looking towards those knees. And slowly coming down. Exactly the same setup. Don't need to change anything. Our next one is going to be our oblique curl, where we're curling up, reaching opposite elbow over to the opposite knee. So we're going to inhale, activate that T-zone again, and exhale, curling up, reaching over to the other side. Inhale, slowly coming back down. Exhale as we come up over to the other side. Inhale, coming back down. So alternating sides. Okay, similar concentration points as before. We're really trying to keep those elbows out nice and wide. Okay, we want to be using those abdominal muscles to help us curl up. Not those hands behind our head pulling us up. We should be starting to still be feeling those ribs drawn down towards our hips. Okay, but more on the side of that waist rather than directly in the middle there. Same as before, so easier option, just don't curl up quite so high. Otherwise, if you want to make it harder, see if we can curl up a little bit higher. Even hold up at the top there for a pause or two. Less than 10 seconds left. One more each side. Last one. And slowly coming down. Radio, bringing those feet up into tabletop. So we want to imprint that spine, drawing those stomach muscles in towards the ground. Elbows out nice and wide again. We're going to inhale, activate that T-zone. And exhale, tapping one foot down on the ground. Sorry, we can't pop our hands down by side for this one now. So we're going to inhale, activate that T-zone. Exhale, tapping that toe down. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale as we come down. Inhale as we come back up. So alternating those sides, one at a time. Okay, slightly tapping those toes down. Hey, body. Okay, alternating those sides. I'm just going to change that screen. Keep going with those toe taps so you're not on the main screen. That's it. Keep going. So 20 seconds. Alternating those toes down on the ground. Okay. Easier option. Okay, we can tap those toes a little bit closer towards the butt. Otherwise, if you want to make it harder, tap in a little bit further away. Really engage in that core. That's it. Last one. And coming down. Okay. Actually, keep those feet up in tabletop position. Bring those hands back up behind our head. Our next one's going to be our bicycle legs, okay? So imprint that spine again. I'm going to inhale, activate our T-zone. Exhale, curling up, holding here. Inhale, activate that T-zone again. And exhale, extend one leg long. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale, extending that other leg long. Inhale, back to the center. So we're trying to keep those shoulders up off the ground, okay, the entire time. Keeping those elbows out nice and wide. Again, try not to hold that head up too much with those hands behind our head. We really want to be engaged in that core to help keep us up. Reaching through those toes as we extend that leg long. Okay, feeling those ribs draw down towards those hips. So easier option here. If you need to stop and reset, you can rest those shoulders down. We don't have to reach up quite so high, and those legs don't have to come down quite so low. Otherwise, if you want to make it harder, lower those legs lower towards the ground, obviously not letting them touch. Last one, and slowly coming down. Rightio, last two ab exercises is our hundreds preparation and then our hundreds. So bringing those feet back up into tabletop position again, imprinting that spine, drawing the stomach muscles into the ground, hands pointing up towards the ceiling, shoulders down and back. So our hundreds preparation. So we're going to inhale, activate that T-zone, and exhale, curling up, feet up towards the ceiling, hands past those hips. Inhale, coming back down. Exhale as we curl up. Inhale as we come back down. Okay, so it's like our abdominal curl before. We're curling up, reaching those shoulders up, hands come up past those hips. And those feet go straight up towards the ceiling. Okay. Easier option here. Okay, obviously don't curl up quite so high, and our feet can go directly up towards the ceiling. Otherwise, if we want to make it harder, curling up a little bit higher, and we can extend those legs out on a little bit of an angle rather than directly up towards the ceiling. We've got 5 seconds left. Let's go one more. And coming down. If you can, keep those feet up in tabletop position. Our last one's going to be our hundreds. So just a reminder, option 1, our feet are staying in tabletop position and we're pulsing. Option 2, feet are straight up towards the sky. Or option 3, we're out on an angle. Okay, so feet up in tabletop, imprint that spine. We're going to inhale, activate our T-zone, and exhale, coming up, pulsing those hands up and down. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just remember, it's only 1 minute here, or less than a minute now. I've got 30 seconds. So seeing if you can curl up a little bit higher. Okay, if your head's starting to get a bit necky, you can pop one hand just behind that head, just to support it a little bit. Otherwise, really reaching those shoulders up, reaching those hands past those hips, choosing those different options with those legs, making sure we're not holding that breath. We've got less than 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and down. Righty, coming rolling onto our side. We're going to go into our double leg lift. So lying down on our side, head resting on that upper part of the bottom arm, legs nice and long, hips are square, so we've got a nice long line in our body, top hands and front support. We're going to go into our double leg lift with our head down. So we're going to inhale, activate our T-zone, exhale, lifting those feet up, inhale, slowly coming back down. Exhale as we lift up, inhale as we come back down. Okay, so trying to keep those hips nice and square, not letting them rock forwards or backwards. Okay, that top hand's just in front support. Really think about squeezing that side of our waist as we lift both of those feet up into the air. So that's our focus point for those muscles here, is in that side of our waist. Making sure we're keeping those feet squeezed together. Eyes looking directly out in front of us. Easier option, just don't lift up quite so high. Harder option, lifting up a little bit higher. Really squeezing. 2, 1, and down. Stay on the same side. This time we're going to pop that hand on our thigh. We're going to do our double leg lift with our head lifting up now. Okay, so exactly the same thing, but this time as we lift up those feet, that head comes up, that hand slides down our thigh. Okay, so we're going to inhale, activate that T-zone, and exhale, feet come up, head come up, hands down our thigh. Inhale, slowly coming back down. Exhale as we come up. Inhale as we come back down. So obviously we're still focusing on that side of our waist, so squeezing that side of our waist as we come up. Okay, obviously a bit of a balancing act as well, because we don't have that top hand in front there for support. So if you find it's too much, go back to where we were, and you can just go back to that leg lift. Okay, or obviously just don't lift up those feet quite so high until you get that balance right. Otherwise, if you're feeling comfortable and you want to make it a little bit harder, see if you can come up a little bit higher. Really sliding that hand down that thigh, squeezing that side of our waist. That's it. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rightio, let's roll over onto our other side. Okay, so exactly the same thing on our other side. Okay, so bottom arm extended nice and long. Feet along, head resting on the upper part of that bottom arm. Top hands in front support, hips are square, shoulders are down and back. We're going to inhale, activate our T-zone, and exhale, lifting both of those feet up. Inhale, lowering down. Exhale as we come up. Inhale as we come back down. So again, focusing on that side of our waist on our other side, squeezing in here as we lift those feet up. That's it. So keep going there. I'm just going to pin that screen again. So keep thinking about squeezing that side of our waist. Obviously, easier option, okay? Just don't come up quite so high. Otherwise, if you want to make it harder, see if we can lift up those feet a little bit higher. Really squeezing that side of our waist. We've got 5 seconds left. 2, 1, and down. Right, popping that top hand in front there on that thigh, making sure those hips are still square, shoulders are down and back. Same thing, double leg lift with our head lift, okay? So we're going to inhale, activate our T-zone, and exhale, coming up. Head comes up, hand down our thigh, feet come up. Inhale, coming back down. Exhale as we come up. Inhale as we come back down. So really thinking about squeezing that side of our waist as we come up. Okay, hopefully you might be able to find that you can lift up those feet a little bit higher, but making sure we keep them squeezed together. Our eyes are looking directly out in front of us, squeezing that side of our waist, that top hand running down our thigh. Again, if it's too much with your balance, go back just to that double leg lift. Otherwise, if you just start off small, just don't lift up those feet quite so high. Otherwise, harder option, really lifting up, squeezing that side of our waist, running that hand down our thigh as far as we can. Let's go 3, 2, 1. Rightio. Rolling back onto our other side, we're going to go into our glutes now. Okay, everybody's favourite. I'm already a little bit scared of this one, but that's all right. So bottom leg slightly bent. We're going to do our circles first, okay? So our top leg straight. We're going to be drawing circles with that leg, okay? Shoulders down and back, chins tucked in. We're going to inhale, activate our T-zone, lifting up that leg, and start drawing that leg. We're drawing circles with that leg. Really reaching through those toes. Sorry, you can't see my foot at the moment. Okay, but I just want you to really reach through those toes, extending that leg nice and long. Really trying to draw those distinct circles with that leg. So rather than lifting up that leg straight up and down, imagine you've got a pen or a paintbrush in between those toes. Okay, and we're drawing those distinct circles. Okay, we've got about 15 seconds left. So easier option, okay, just don't lift up that leg quite so high. And we can be drawing smaller circles. Otherwise, harder option, lift it up a bit higher, drawing those bigger circles and coming down. We're going to try, that being the key word. So on that same leg, so next one's going to be our straight leg raise. Okay, so we're going to sweep that leg forward, flex that foot down, lean down with the toes and up with the heels. Okay, so we're going to inhale, activate our T-zone, and exhale, lifting up that leg, sweeping it forward and lifting up. Inhale as we come down, exhale as we lift up. I'm just going to pin that screen again, hopefully so it's not black for you and you can still see it with me. Okay. So making sure we're really leading down, okay, with the toes, coming up with the heel. So it's nice and controlled. You've only got 30 seconds left, okay? So obviously the further you sweep that foot in front of the body, the harder it's going to be. Okay, so you choose how far in front of the body you want to move that foot. You've got 12 seconds left. Let's see. 3, 2, 1, and coming down. Oh, we're still going to try and stay on the same side. Next one's going to be our hot potato. Okay, so similar to our position of the foot, we're going to sweep that leg forward, pulse up and down for 2, sweep it back, pulse up and down for 2. Still trying to make sure we're flexing that foot down, leading down with the toes and up with the heels. So we're going to inhale, activate our T-zone, sweep that leg forward, exhale, pulse up and down for 2, inhale, sweep back, exhale, pulse up and down for 2. So inhale on those sweeps, forwards or backwards, exhale with that little pulse up and down. So really trying to make sure we're still flexing that foot. So coming down with the toes and up with the heels. Rest of that body is completely still. Okay, easier option here, similar as before. Obviously, if you want to make it easier, don't sweep that leg quite so far forwards or backwards. Okay, and that foot isn't flexed down quite so much. Otherwise, if we want to make it harder, see if we can sweep that leg a little bit further forwards or backwards, really flexing that foot down and coming down. Okay, we've got 2 more. Our next one's going to be our rectangles. Okay, so like our circles, we're going to be drawing rectangles with our leg. Okay, so don't need to change anything with the setup, exactly how it is. We're going to inhale, activate our T-zone and sweep that leg back and up. Inhale, sweep forwards and down. Exhale, back and up. Inhale, forwards and down. Oh, that one's already hurting. Maybe I should have swapped at that exercise. Okay, so really trying to draw those distinct rectangles, shapes with that leg, reaching through the toe. Okay, exhale as we sweep back and up. Inhale as we come forwards and down. Okay, trying to maintain that height of our leg as we sweep it forwards. Sometimes it tends to turn into a little bit of a trapezium. Okay, that's it. We've got 10 seconds left. See if you can lift up that leg a little bit higher. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Righty, our last one's going to be our bicycle, still staying on that same side. So we're going to draw that knee in towards our chest and then cycling around. So we're going to inhale, activate our T-zone and draw that knee in. Exhale, circling out and around. Inhale as we come in. Exhale as we circle out and around. So keep going with that one. It's going to pin the screen again. So you're not seeing Bonnie, unless Bonnie wants to be on the main screen. Okay, so really cycling that leg, drawing it in towards our chest. Okay, and circling out and around. Okay, last one on this side, and then we're going to move on to the other side. So if you're anything like me, that butt should be well and truly starting to cramp. Okay, so easier option, just don't draw that knee in quite so close towards our chest. And we're making smaller cycles. Otherwise, if you want to make it harder, see if we can draw it in a little bit closer. Really making those cycles nice and big. We've got 5 seconds. Last one. And down. Rightio, let's swap on onto the other side. Give that butt a bit of a massage out if you can. Okay, poor Bonnie's not having very much luck with her videoing in. Okay, so exact same thing on the other side. So we're going to go into our circles with that leg. So bottom leg with a slight bend in it, our top leg straight. So we're going to inhale, activate our T-zone, and exhale, lifting up that leg and start drawing those circles with that leg up in the air. Okay, so really reaching through the toes, trying to draw those distinct circles with that leg rather than just lifting up that leg up and down. Really trying to make those circles and shapes with that leg. Again, imagine you've got a paintbrush or a pen in between those toes, circling that leg around. That's it. We've got 15 seconds left. Easier option, okay, just don't lift up that leg quite so high. Otherwise, harder option, see if we can lift it up a little bit higher. We've got 5 seconds. 2, 1, and down. Oh, this side's going to be a long time. Okay, next one is going to be our straight leg raise. Remember, we flex that foot down, leading down with the toes and coming up with the heels, okay? The more we flex it down, the harder it's going to be, okay? So we're going to inhale, activate our T-zone, and exhale, sweeping that leg forward, lifting it up. Inhale, coming down. Exhale as we lift up. Inhale as we come down. Okay, so as we said, really trying to lead down with the toes and come back up with the heel. Again, you choose how far you want to sweep that leg in front of the body. So easier option, we don't have to sweep it quite so far forwards. Otherwise, if you want to make it harder, obviously see if you can sweep it a little bit further forward in front of that body. Really feeling that burn. Trying not to, even though I am trying not to push too hard into the ground with that supporting hand in front. We really want to be engaged in those glutes. We've got 10 seconds left. That's it. 3, 2, 1, and down. Oh, I almost had to pose a butt series. Okay, next one. We'll stop complaining. No more complaining. Next one's going to be our hot potato. So 2 pulses in front, sweeping back 2 pulses behind. So same setup, don't need to change anything. We're going to inhale, activate our T-zone, and exhale, sweeping that leg forward, pulse up and down for 2. Inhale, sweep back, exhale, pulse up and down. So remember, inhale on those sweeps forwards or backwards. Exhale on those pulses up and down. Same thing again, trying to keep that foot flexed, okay, leading down with the toes, up with the heels. Easier option, okay, we don't have to sweep that leg quite so far forwards or quite so far back. Otherwise, if you want to make it harder, obviously the opposite of that, sweeping a little bit further forwards or a little bit further back. Rest of that body is completely still as we pulse up and down. We've got 5 seconds left. And down. Rightio, last 2, just going to give my bum a quick massage. Last 2 is going to be those rectangles and then bicycles, okay? So let's make those distinct rectangular shapes with that leg. Same setup, don't need to change anything. We're going to inhale, activate that T-zone, and exhale, sweep that leg back and up. Inhale, forwards and down. Exhale, back and up. Inhale, forwards and down. Okay, so reaching through those toes, like our circles. Imagine we've got a paintbrush or a pen in between those toes. Okay, trying to draw those distinct rectangles with that leg. Okay, trying to keep that height of that leg up the entire time. So as we come forwards, even though I think mine's doing it anyway, okay, trying to draw that distinct rectangular shape so it's not coming into a trapezium. Remembering those options, so easier option, okay, just don't lift up that leg quite so high. And we can be making smaller rectangles, or if we can, make it a bit higher and further forwards. Last one. Oh, mine got slack then. You keep complaining because my poor butt's really hurting for this one. Last one is our bicycles. Same setup, drawing that knee in towards our chest, cycling out and around. Last 1 minute on our side for our glutes. So we're going to inhale, activate our T-zone, drawing that knee in. Exhale, circling out and around. Inhale as we draw in. Exhale as we circle out and around. So really thinking about drawing that knee in towards that chest as we cycle out and around, flex that foot out. Okay, those glutes again should be on fire. from those last 4 before. Last one to finish it off. So obviously easier option, okay, just don't draw that knee in quite so close, which is then going to make smaller cycles. Otherwise, if you want to make it harder, really drawing that knee in, cycling out and around. We've got 10 seconds left. Last one. And down. Whew. I don't get easier. I thought I was doing an easier job coming back to 1 minute. Okay. I lied a little bit and we're going to go into our kneeling side kick. Okay, so coming up onto our knees, we're going to extend one leg out to the side. Okay, our other hand down by our side and our other hand can be on our hip. Chest is open, nice and tall. So we're going to do our kneeling side kick for 1 minute. So we're going to inhale, activate that T-zone. Exhale, lift up that leg. Inhale, come back down. Exhale as we lift up. Inhale as we come down. Okay? So trying to keep it nice and controlled. We don't want to go into a jerking movement. Okay? As we lower that leg down. Okay? Either A, try and just let it lightly touch the ground, or B, trying to keep it up off the ground the whole time. Okay? Easier option here, just don't lift up that leg quite so high, and we can completely rest that foot down. Otherwise, if we want to make it harder, lift it up higher, we can pop that hand behind our head and don't let that leg rest at the bottom. We've got 10 seconds left. Choosing whichever level you need. 3, 2, 1. I was going to say on that side for our other one, I'm going to move into the other side. You can thank me later. I'm already thanking myself. Exactly the same thing on the other side. Hips are nice and square. Bottom, our other leg's nice and long. Hand can be on our hip. Or if you want to go straight into our hand, can be behind that head. We're going to inhale, activate that T-zone. And exhale, lifting up that leg. Inhale, coming back down. Hopefully don't have a door in your way. Exhale as we lift up. Inhale as we come back down. Okay, trying to keep the rest of that body completely still. Last little finisher for those glutes. Okay, remembering those options from before. So easier option. Okay, you can rest that foot down on the ground. You don't have to lift it up quite so high. Otherwise, harder option, hand can come behind that head. Lifting up that leg a little bit higher, not letting it touch the ground. We've got 15 seconds. That's it. 5 seconds. And coming down. Right, last one either side is going to be our kneeling side kick, but we're going to be shifting forwards and backwards. So rather than lifting that leg straight up and down like what we just did, we're going to be coming to the front, forwards and backwards, okay? So last one either side, exactly the same setup. We're going to inhale, activate that T-zone. Exhale, lift up that leg and coming back. Inhale as we come forwards. Exhale back, inhale forwards. Okay, so trying to maintain that height of that leg the whole time. As you start getting fatigued, you'll find that that leg starts to drop. Okay, again, we're trying to keep the rest of that body completely still, so we don't want to be going into a swinging motion. Okay, we're trying to keep those hips still nice and square and that chest open. Easier option, okay? We don't have to lift up that leg quite so high, and we can stop and reset after a couple. Otherwise, if you want, again, hand can be behind that head, lifting up that foot, a little bit higher. We've got 5 seconds. 2, 1. Whew. Righto, last one on the other side, and then we're done with our glutes for a little bit. Okay. Other leg extended long, our other hand directly underneath our shoulders, hands starting on our hip, chest is nice and open, hips are square. We're going to inhale, activate our T-zone, and exhale, lifting up that leg and sweeping back and forwards. So exhale as we come back, inhale as we come forwards. Okay, same as before. Try not to let the rest of that body move. We're keeping it nice and still. Not going with that swinging motion. Hopefully, again, you don't have a door in your way, sorry. So easier option. Don't lift up that leg quite so high. Or forwards and backwards, and we can let it rest. Otherwise, if you can, lift it up higher. We've got 15 seconds left. That hand can come behind that head if you want. That's it, 10 seconds. 3, 2, oh, I've got the shakes, so I have to stop early. 1, rightio. Let's give those legs a bit of a break. Coming down onto the ground. We're going to finish off with our breaststroke, okay? We'll do our arms first. Move that in front. Okay, so hands are just coming down by our side. Head can be resting down on the mat. Okay, we won't worry about our breathing pattern for this one today. We're just going to get into the movement. So we're going to inhale, activate that T-zone. I'm going to shoot those arms forward. Turn the palms out, circling out and around. Bend those elbows, coming down. Circling around, bend the elbows, shooting forward. Okay, so as we circle those arms out to the side, I want you to think about opening up that chest, lifting it up, really working those shoulders, and in that back as well. Don't need to bring those arms all the way back. Okay, just past those shoulders, and we bend those elbows in, and then shooting forward. So easier option, just don't lift up that chest quite so high. Otherwise, if we can, really lifting up, squeezing those shoulders, working that lower back. Last one. And coming down. Put those hands in front now. Just going to turn around and do it the other way so you can see my actual feet and not my head. We're going to do our breaststroke kicking, okay? So we're going to kick those heels together like we were with our feet. We're going to flex them out. Okay, so we're going to inhale, activate our T-zone, and exhale, lifting up those legs, feeding them together, in and out. So that head can be resting on those arms, the rest of that body's completely still. Okay, and we're beating those legs together, squeezing that glute. Okay, really trying to flex those feet up, making sure we're not just keeping those knees on the ground and doing it, squeezing that butt, lifting those knees up off the ground and beating those heels together. So easier option here, don't lift up that leg, or those legs, sorry, quite so high. Otherwise, if you want to make it harder, lifting up a little bit higher, so you can get more of that front thigh up off the ground, squeezing those glutes, really kicking those heels together. Not sure how long we've got, I don't think very much longer. That's it, keep squeezing and coming down. Righty, we're going to put it together, turn back the other way, so arms and legs together at the same time. Okay, so starting with those palms next to our head, head can be on the ground, so we're going to inhale, activate that T-zone, shoot those arms forward, circling out and around and coming up. So once you've got that arm movement, you can add in those legs, beating those feet together. Sorry, you can't see the whole screen. Okay, so it's exactly like what we were just doing before. We're putting them both together. So beating those legs, heels clicking together, circling those arms up. So we should be feeling it in that entire body. That's it. You've got 20 seconds left. See if you can lift up a little bit higher. 15 seconds. Oh, I can feel it in that lower back. That's it. 5 seconds. One more. And coming down. Rightio, staying here, we'll just have a stretch. So if you can, bringing that foot in towards the butt, holding on with that hand, giving that leg a stretch. Let's go 3, 2, 1. Over to the other side. Bringing that foot in. Head can be resting on that hand in front. That's it. And slowly coming up, we go into our child's pose. So feet coming down, reaching those hands out in front. Feeling that nice stretch in our back, especially from that breaststroke. And reaching one hand through, sitting into that arm, giving that shoulder stretch. And over to the other side, reaching that other arm through, opening up that back. And slowly coming up into our seated twist. Okay, one leg out in front, the other foot over the top. It's going to pop that opposite hand over that opposite knee and looking over that shoulder, stretching out that back again. And slowly coming over and just quickly running through the stretches because my time's about to run out. Opening up that chest. And you're all done. If you want to stretch a little bit more, you can. Otherwise, we'll catch you next time. Have a wonderful day.